Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushua Ba'Hashem HaKadosh, and the one of the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother, I'm Noah Allah from GMS Chicago, and I'll come back with you with another lesson about, the MOTB, right? And what you see here is the whitehouse.gov, all right? But nonetheless, in this website, right, it tells you about implantable microchips, right? That the elites want, right? Which ultimately, what the elites want to be accomplished before the year 2030, right? And you see what Esau is doing. He's making major moves, all right? He's about to implement 6G, right? And but now let's go into this article. It says the fact sheet: President Donald J. Trump takes action to win the 6G race. December 19, 2025. Not too long ago. Today, President Donald J. Trump signed a presidential memorandum to ensure America's leadership in 6G development. The memorandum directs immediate planning to relocate federal systems currently using the band of spectrum so it can be cleared for full power commercial 6G use. Federal incumbents have 12 months to submit relocation plans that protect national security missions while freeing this prime spectrum for American industry. The memorandum directs immediate study of two other critical spectrum bands. Shows a lot of numbers and shit. But says as part of an effort to free up even more spectrum for full power commercial 6G use. The memorandum directs the Secretary of State and other members of the administration to advance American leadership in 6G through diplomatic engagements. But now let's hit it straight to the point, right? Because here it says 6G networks will provide the foundation to operate cutting-edge technologies of the next decade, including AI, robotics, implantable technologies, and many other advancements. It will also deliver dramatically faster connection speed, ultra-low latency, and higher data capacity. But you heard what it says, right? It specifically tells you the operate cutting-edge technologies of the next decade, including AI, robotics, and implantable technologies. All right? And what has the apostles and elders of Great Millstone have been prophesying for many years? All right? The fulfillment of Revelations 13 and 16. Right? Something that will be implanted underneath your skin real soon. An implantable technology, an implantable device. Right? The charagma that the Bible speaks of. Revelations 13 and 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or on their foreheads. And that mark basically goes into charagma. And they, of course, they changed the definition of it. Right? They've been changing definitions and shit, but right here is the word charagma. This is a stamp and imprinted mark of the mark on the forehead on the right hand as a badge of the followers of the anti-Messiah. But really, originally, it was supposed to say an incision, alright, and an incision on the skin, alright, a cutting of the flesh. But they removed that definition. They took that out. Alright, and then the R48 microchip. Alright, they already have it over there in Sweden. Alright, they have it here. Alright, people use it to buy and sell with it. That will be the new way of buying and selling, which Esau will soon implement as we see this US dollar collapse. Alright, it's crashing right now. This US dollar is becoming devalued by the day. So yeah, they're going to do away with this currency so that so that Esau can move full fledged on, implementing a new monetary system, which is going to be all digital, right? And we'll soon be in that cashless society real soon. All right. But this is basically what Trump has, signed. All right. That it's not more evident of what the MOTB is. Right? You got all these other camps that are teaching a lot of bullshit. That are taking away and adding onto the scriptures. Right? Let me get another one. All right. So yeah, it's very evident what that Mark is talking about. All right. It says Revelations 22, and I'm gonna start with verse 18. It says, "And for I testify to every man that hears the words. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. If any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book." And that's right. You got other camps like ISUPK, IUIC, HOI, Sakari, or several others. Alright, that are basically taking away and adding onto the scriptures. Alright, which is completely going off. Right, this is the Lord's words that we're talking about. Right, and what in the scriptures, all right, in Revelations 13 and 16, it specifically tells you the details of this mark. All right, is used for buying and selling. All right, it is, it is implanted into your right hand or your forehead. Alright? What is the RFID microchip used for? Buying and selling. It is implanted in your right hand or in your forehead. Right? So it's evident. It's evident what this is now. Okay,